you're drinking wine, the blood of Christ. Yeah? Are you Catholic?
I was raised Catholic.
You were raised Catholic. And like every good Catholic, you're now just an alcoholic, right? You're just like, I like the wine drinking. We should keep that part. The rest of it can go, but the wine, that was good. This is how I know the Catholic Church doesn't give a fuck about the whole touching kids scandal. They still have just adult priests giving children wine in front of the whole congregation. Is that not fucking crazy?
Yes.
Look, dude, if I lived in a neighborhood and they were like, hey, that guy's a pedophile, I'm like, okay, but he can still give the kids candy. I mean, come on, it's tradition. The kids like the candy. We're not gonna stop, right? We're just gonna like keep an eye on him when he gives the kids candy, but come on, man. Nice to have a little treat now and then. I also grew up Catholic. Who's Catholic? Who grew up Catholic? Even if you're lapsed Catholics. Oh, that's how Catholic you are. You're afraid. You're too guilty to shout. We're not Baptists, okay? We didn't grow up in a church. Everyone starts speaking Latin. In Domino de Cristo, Somino, Demono, Semino, Demono. Being Catholic is nice. You just feel bad all the time about, you don't even know what. You're just, right? People are like, why are you crying? You're like, I don't know why, but I deserve it. I'll tell you what, I don't know what I did, but it's my fault somehow. It's true. Catholicism is weird. We're the only Christians who eat the body of Christ, right? The rest of them don't do that. They think we're fucking insane, right? And I grew up Catholic, and I never thought twice about it, but now that I'm an adult, that's insane. That's insane, right? It's like, here's what's crazy about Christianity, right? Like they're like so conservative sexually, right? Like you can't be gay. Forget about pissing in your wife's mouth. We're like, no, right? Don't tie somebody up, forget it, right? But then what's Jesus is a freak, right? Jesus invites his friends out to dinner and he's like, eat this, it's my body. Put it inside you. I want my body inside you. Eat it. That's my fucking body. They're like, Jesus, this is weird. He's like, it's not weird. Drink my blood. Come on, open up. It's not weird. You like it. You're into it. Maybe that's why Judas betrayed him. Jesus is like, you want to know what body part you got? Huh? It's my balls, Judas. I fucking hate that guy. I like that. I don't know. We eat his body, and I wonder why. Like that. I guess it's a symbol of like I'm nourishing you. Like I sacrifice myself to nourish you. But it's also fucking weird, right? Like, do you think the apostles got to heaven and they're like, God, what was up with the eating Jesus' body thing? God's like, yo, I didn't tell him to do that shit. That was fucking, he was riffing. I don't know why. That's a Jesus thing. That's between you and him. I don't know what it has to do with God. That is the thing, though, because you go to church and then they give you the wafer, and you still eat the body of Christ. They give you the wafer, and then the priest, he pours the wine in your mouth. He holds your head, and he says, good girl. And then he pets your head. He says, that's right, yeah. The wafer's got no flavor. It's like the worst, it's some of the worst food on earth. It's just a flat, thin wafer, no salt, no peanut butter, you know what I'm saying? The body of Christ is bland as fuck. I mean, that's why, and nobody, that's why all the Catholics lapse, right? Because the body of Christ, you're like, if this is Christ's body, don't send me to heaven. That shit sounds just an eternity of no flavor, right? Fuck that. I feel like if we want people to, remain faithful, to remain Christian, what you gotta do is get a better food. Like, have you guys ever had mochi balls? Oh, mochi balls. It's just Japanese treat. It's got ice cream on the inside, and on the outside it's got rice gluten. And if you let it cool down a little bit, it kind of feels like human flesh, you know? That should be the body of Christ, right? You go to church, that's great. You line up, you get in front of the priest, and he goes, the balls of Christ. You go, fucking yeah. We're Americans, we're so fat, we'd be like, yeah, you go to the doctor, he's like, you gotta lay off the balls of Christ, all right? You're getting diabetes over it. You're eating too much balls of Christ. Maybe try another body part.